out early this year. Visit BowlingGreenFireplace.com or come by the showroom across the bridge on River Street, BowlingGreenFireplace.com. For the Greenwood Lady Gators under fifth-year head coach Zach Simpson, they'll start Jacqueline Jackson, 5'9" senior, averages 17 points and 5 rebounds a game. She was named to the second-team All-Region. Leah Trent, a 5'5" freshman, averages 17.5 points a game. She was also named to the second-team All-Region. Kayla Grant, a 5'10" sophomore, averages 9.5 points, 8.5 rebounds. Nicole Milam, a 5'5" senior, averages 4.5. And Olivia Lovell, a 5'10" junior, averaging 2.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Piper Lindsay, her 6th season at Barren County. Her assistant coaching staff, Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow, Brent Spillman. Katie Murphy, a 5'6" freshman, averages 6.5 points and 4 rebounds. Raven Ennis, 5'10" junior, 17 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. She was named to the second-team All-Region. Emma Hughes, a 5'6" senior, averages 6 points a game. Addison London, a 5'8" junior, averages 6 points a game. Abby Varney, a 5'5" freshman, averages 7.5 points a game for the Trojanetts. Zach Simpson was named the 4th Region Coach of the Year by the coaches, and Piper Lindsay was named 4th Region Coach of the Year by the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches. We'll be back with the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial First Half after this break. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Tournament, brought to you by Sky CTC on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Buyers and homeowners, if you're shopping for a mortgage or considering refinancing your home, call one of Kentucky's top mortgage lenders, South Central Bank. Recognized as the area's best mortgage company, they're ready to help you walk through the borrowing process.
Anthony Childers, Chris Bumps, and Jerome Draper. And the officials, sponsored by Independent Paintless Dent Repair, your official dent repair service. Doctor to refer you to the best. The Barren County Trojanetts across the way to our left, the Greenwood Lady Gators across the way to our right, Barren County Trojanette fans across from us, and Greenwood Lady Gator fans back behind us, and a decent crowd here for this semifinal game of the 4th Region Tournament.
Good Friday evening basketball matchup for you tonight. Trojanette fans probably double what Greenwood is behind us, but everybody's spread out, practicing their social distancing like they're supposed to. It's hard to kind of measure how many sections would actually be full.
And we've got the Barren County student section to our left behind the goal, and Greenwood has a few students to their right, so Barren County definitely has outnumbered Greenwood on the student section.
Three things I think really matter tonight. Rebounding, stopping their penetration. Trin is able to shoot the three, and she's hit 32 of them this year, but she penetrates first, and we have to take care of the basketball. Outside of that, making shots will kind of come as the game goes along.
Greenwood in maroon uniforms with gold numbers and letters, or actually green letters and numbers outlined in gold. And the Barren County Trojanetts in their white uniforms, burgundy numbers and letters, Trojanetts across the front of their jerseys. And we're on BCHS Live tonight. Glad you could be with us. Nash 103.7, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com. Tomorrow night, Bowling Green Lady Purples and the Franklin Simpson Lady Wildcats will get things started at 6 o'clock. We'll be here for that ball game, that broadcast. Also Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock for the championship game, with the winner going to Rupp Arena and the girls' Sweet 16 State High School Basketball Tournament.
I'm pretty sure this is the same. Their boys won the region. They beat us in the semis. I'm pretty sure the last time their girls won the region, they beat us in the semis. That was back in the mid-'90s when it was played at Barren County.
Yeah. That is true. And Barren County will have the basketball to start it. As Addison London will toss it in. She comes out to Katie Murphy, and we're underway. And they're going to put Milam guarding Murphy. Right side it goes to Ennis. Almost lost it out of bounds. Putting down the dribble. Now has to get rid of it. Gives it in there to Hughes. Hughes trying to make a move but can't. Goes back out to Ennis. She'll give it to Murphy. She calls out the play. Right side it goes to Hughes. Hughes looking for Ennis. Can't get it to her. Goes left side with it out to Varney. And she walked.
Tried to get her balance. She was falling backwards and then took a step forward without putting the ball on the floor. They're going to play us man. We're going to have to set some good screens and get open.
Yep. As the ball comes in, it's stolen away. Hughes went for it, saved it in bounds. Taken by Varney. Going to the basket, puts it up and in.
It was kind of nobody really wanted to go get it. Finally, Emma did and saved us the possession, got the assist to Varney.
Jackson dribbles out of the trap for Greenwood. Brings it across the timeline. A bump foul on Emma Hughes. Couldn't cut her off.
Right.
And the first foul on the Trojanetts.
Was running beside her, couldn't get in front of her, parallel to her.
And so Lovell will toss it in as it comes out to Trin. Trin on the dribble against Murphy. Right side it goes to Jackson. Jackson on the dribble, getting the screen, wants to drive with it, goes to the bucket, puts it up, it is no good. Put back up and good by Grant.
Where you got to win the boards. Her 5'10" frame will clean up just about anything Greenwood misses.
Yep. Here's Murphy over the left side of London. London looking out top. Varney's got it, goes right side with it to Murphy. And now Murphy putting down one dribble, throws it back to Varney. Left side it goes to Ennis. Ennis out to London. London throws it back left side over to Murphy. And now Murphy putting down the dribble. Gets rid of it to Ennis, top of the key. Can't shoot against Jackson. Left side it goes to Hughes. Drives the bucket, puts it up. It's blocked. Saved in bounds. I believe that was Milam that blocked the shot on Hughes. And Jackson has it for Greenwood on the left side of the floor. And it comes to Milam. Sends it over to Trin. Katie Murphy guarding her. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. It's a 2-2 ball game. Jackson with it, deep range left. And back over it goes to Grant, or rather to Milam. They're looking for Grant down low. Back out top it comes to Jackson. Jackson's going to fire an 18-foot shot. It's way off the mark. Didn't even draw iron. Ennis has it for the Trojanetts. Ennis with a high dribble gets rid of the basketball to Varney. Varney can't go anywhere. Gives it back to Ennis. She can't go anywhere either. Trying to make a move on Jackson. Spin move. Up and under. Throws it up. Block. Got her on rebound. Trying to go back up, but can't. Bounce pass underneath to Varney. Right underneath the basket. Puts it in.
That was a nice Phillips IGA basketball delivery assist.
Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop Highsville for local delivery or curbside pickup. Shop online at phillipsiga.com. Here's Milam. Tossing it down to Grant and goes up with a shot and puts it in.
Nobody picked up Milam. Somebody's got to defend her. She just dropped it off for an easy layup.
And we're tied at 4 with 5:20 to go here in the first. Here's Ennis trying to drive left of the lane. Cut off by Jackson. Goes to Varney going baseline. Throws up a reverse shot. No good. Trying to go back up. It's blocked. Loose ball on the floor. And it is going to go out of bounds. We'll call a jump ball. And possession there will go to Greenwood.
There's two stripes there. Somebody's got to see where it goes. They can't just say, I don't know, let's go to the arrow. Yeah. But it goes back to Greenwood.
And Barren County with full court pressure comes into Jackson. Jackson in the backcourt of the dribble. Has picked it up. Throws it long down the floor. It's Milam underneath the Grant. She puts it up. Shot it too hard. Rebound comes off to Murphy and a foul on Greenwood's Olivia Lovell.
When they beat the press by throwing over top of us, they're just trying to drop it down to Grant, who's there to lay it in. So we've got to get back if they beat it initially.
And so Katie Murphy brings the ball up for the Trojanetts. Goes off a screen, gets rid of it to London. London circles around and now needs some help. Gets rid of threw it away.
She just threw a 90-mile-an-hour pass that went over Raven's head and through Varney's arms. We've got to settle down a little bit.
And Jackson splits the trap. Gets rid of the basketball to Milam. Feeds it off to Tren. Tren on the right wing. Tren wants to drive against Murphy. Goes to the basket. Flips it up short. And the ball out of bounds off of Murphy, they say. And so Greenwood gets it back underneath their basket.
Maybe Tren's first look of the evening.
And so Tren gets the ball in play out to Milam. And here's Jackson wide open for the three, but doesn't take it. Tren on the left wing. Looking for Grant down low. Ennis has her fronted. Back out it comes to Jackson. Jackson's going to fire up a long three. That's no good. Rebound inside. Put back up and in.
We had two people blocking out Grant. Great job, but they forgot to block out Lovell, who laid it in. That's two offensive putbacks, so 4 of their 6 points of offensive rebounds.
Katie Murphy over to Raven Ennis on the left side. Sends it off to London. Goes down in the corner to Murphy. Murphy looking for Ennis. Can't get it. Back out at Murphy on the right wing. Now wants to drive, but can't. Cut off by Milam. Varney, left side over to London. Feeds it in there to Murphy, left of the lane. Throws it across the lane. Hughes lost it for a moment. Got it back, though. Tries to drive into the lane. Shot is blocked. And Greenwood trying to get to it. It goes out of bounds. How many block shots they've had already this quarter?
Level at 5'10", Grant at 5'10". We don't have anybody on the roster that plays at 5'10".
Katie Elmore, 5'6", 8th grader, is checked into the Trojanet lineup. Greenwood leads at 6-4. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Elmore with the basketball gives to Murphy. Diagonal pass left side, it goes to Varney. Back out it comes to Elmore. Elmore goes right side to Murphy, and she walked.
Bobbled it before she put it down. We've got 4 turnovers probably already. We've got a couple of matchups. I like the Varney Tren matchup on our side, and they've got their best defender on Murphy.
They lob it to Tren. Tren being chased. He's in a trap. Now throws it away right in the hands of Emma Hughes. It was cutting down the floor. Diagonal pass comes to Ennis. Ennis on the left side. Going to pull up. 17-footer short. Comes off to Grant. She gives the basketball now to Jackson. Jackson into the front court of the right-hand side. Jackson gets rid of it to Milam. Milam going to fire up a long three. No, it pops out. Long rebound chased down by Varney. Trojanetts running it back the other way.
Got to go.
Varney trying to get around her defender. Little high dribble there. Gives it back to Ennis. 3 ball in the air. Good!
Greenwood's a little tired right now. We need to see if we can find another gear. And that's why they're going to call a timeout. He can see they're tired. You know, they don't play, and neither do we, on that 10-foot extra floor.
That's right.
And it makes a little bit of difference, enough noticeable here through about 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, Raven Ennis knocking down an Oak Tree three-point shot. Oak Tree awards in recognition, more than just sports trophies. 318 Morgantown Road, Bowling Green. And, of course, Raven Ennis hit 7 threes last night for the Trojanetts in that win over Russellville, 58-49. So now the Trojanetts are back on top here, 7-6 over the Greenwood Lady Gators with 2:43 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's her 8th in 2 nights, and we kind of talked about it before the game, me and you, that I'm not sure the lines matter to her out here. She was shooting it behind the black line, which is the men's college line on our floor last night, about 2 or 3 feet behind the high school line.
Ball comes into Jackson for the Lady Gators. She'll bring it up. Barren County drops back on defense. Jackson off the left side. Trent comes out to the middle of the floor. Now Trent putting down the dribble. Now coming back left side with a left-handed dribble. Now looking, Grant sets a screen for her. And now gets rid of the basketball out to Lovell. Or rather Rachel Evans, who's in the ball game now, 5'7" senior. As Evans is checked into the Greenwood lineup. Here's Trent with it, throwing up a runner high off the window, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's Grant inside, flips it back up and in.
That's an elbow right to the face of Abby Varney, but we got to go get the ball again. So that's 6 of 8 on the offensive board.
There's a pass down to Hughes. She lays it up too strong against the window. Rebound to Grant. And the outlet pass comes to Jackson on the left side. She's going to drive against Ennis, goes to the basket. Ooh, a collision underneath the basket. And they'll call a block before the charge. Yeah, put it on Raven Ennis. If Ennis had not fouled her, she would have charged right into Abby Varney.
Agree, 100%.
And so Jackson at the line, a 67% foul shooter on the year for the Lady Gators. Puts it up and missed it.
We're missing a great opportunity right now to create some separation. Greenwood's not playing the best, and we're missing some golden opportunities, I think.
Olivia Overmole, a 5'10 junior, is checked into the Greenwood lineup for Grant. Second shot's good for Jackson.
We need to attack the basket right now without Grant in there.
And it's 9-7 Greenwood, a minute 48 to play here in the first quarter. Murphy with the basketball. Fires it off to Hughes on the right side. Hughes back out to Elmore. Left side it goes to Murphy. Now they try to go into Ennis. It's knocked away and stolen by Jackson, then slapped out of her hands by Varney and out of bounds. And Coach Piper Lindsay a little upset with the official.
Yeah, a little.
Maybe should have been a foul down on the other end.
Little intensity. You don't see Piper getting riled up a little bit, but she was there. That we have not been the benefactor of many foul calls.
Jackson with it on the left side, guarded by Emma Hughes, trying to make a one-on-one move with her. Steps back, shoots the jumper. It is no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Katie Elmore. Nice block out by the 8th grader.
Yeah, textbook.
Left side corner, Varney trying to go baseline, gets around Trent, puts it up and in.
That's the matchup I really, really, really like. Abby Varney needs to come to life offensively. Just get her the ball.
We're tied at 9 with a minute 5 to play in the first quarter. Trent trying to drive out of control, and a whistle, traveling violation on Trent.
He brought a fist up. I thought he was going to call a reach-in foul. It's an open fist for violation. So either way, we got the benefit.
Milam now returning to the Greenwood lineup. She's going to replace Trent. With 1 minute to play here in the first quarter, we're tied at 9 here at Diddle Arena. Girls 4th Region semifinal. Murphy with the basketball. Goes to Hughes, lost the handle, chased down by Murphy. Throws it back to Hughes for the 18-foot shot that's no good. Crashing aboard is Overmole for the Greenwood Lady Gators. Here's Jackson with it on the right side. Sends it down the corner for a long three. It's an air ball. And Varney grabs it, puts down the dribble. Now holds up, gives it off to Elmore. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 9-9 ball game.
See if we can get a good last shot here.
And here's Elmore with it on the left side. Out top it comes to Varney. Varney down to 18 seconds to play as Murphy comes out. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Murphy.
I like our setup here.
Murphy goes right off a double screen, wanting to drive, can't, kicks it back out to Ennis. Had it blocked by Jackson. And here's Hughes trying to throw it up and had it blocked out of bounds with 2.6 to play.
We're setting up for that pick and pop for Raven 3, but we dribbled too far away, and that allowed the defender to get through the screen and block it. 2.6, our ball under.
Katie Murphy right of the bucket to toss it in. And Murphy looking, gets it out to Varney, throws up a three, and that will do it. As Murphy tried to tap it out, time ran out. We're tied at 9 after 1. Barren County and Greenwood will be back with the second quarter in a moment. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Tournament presented by Sky CTC on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
I'm thinking a delicious ribeye steak cut to
you're
perfection
tied
by
at
the
9
butchers
points
at Phillips
each, right?
IGA. Sounds great for supper, and could also pick up some fresh ground beef.
I'm sorry?
That
You
does
say you're
sound
tied
delicious.
at 9.
Yes.
I'll check out their new and revamped produce department. I'm always sure to find the best selection of fruits and veggies. I love shopping Phillips IGA. I feel we always get the best service and quality products.
Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop in Hinesville. Shop online at phillipsiga.com and choose curbside pickup or local delivery.
Presented by South Central Kentucky Community and Technical.
Jay Turner with Robert Bauer back at Diddle Arena. Second quarter underway. It's tied at 9. Barren County with the basketball. Addison London back in the court now for the Trojanetts. Here's Murphy wanting to drive. She's cut off by Milam. Shovels it into the corner to Elmore. Now Elmore dribbles back out. She gets into a trap. Gives it back to Murphy. Feeds it underneath to Hughes. She puts it up and in.
Almost too strong. She kind of let a sigh of relief as she ran back down the floor.
So give her the Phillips IGA basketball delivery assist as Barren County goes on top, 11-9. Trin picks up her dribble, goes out to Milam, directing traffic out there. And now Milam putting down the dribble. Right side it goes to Jackson. Jackson gets a screen. Now can't shoot, gives it off to Trin. Trin gives it back out to Jackson out front. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Milam with it, They're trying to front Overmole down low. They got Grant on the other post. Oh, that's a push-off. Offensive foul. Elmore went sailing, and Milam is going to commit her first personal. That's number 2 of the Lady Gators.
I like our defensive effort right now. Katie Murphy and Katie Gerald's both taking a step up defensively.
Barren County with a 2-point lead. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. As Katie Murphy handles the basketball for the Trojanetts against Milam. Bounce pass left side, comes to Hughes. Hughes on the dribble, circles around out front, goes back to Murphy. Murphy circles left, cuts back right, goes down the lane, bounce pass underneath to Hughes. Hughes turns, kicks it back out to London for a 3-point shot. Got it!
Had to take a look down to make sure where she was with the three-point line and had just enough to get it over the front of the rim.
Oak Tree 3 for Addison London, and now the lead is 14-9 for the Trojanetts. Jackson goes down low to Grant. Posted down low against Ennis. She blocks a shot on her, goes out of bounds.
Got to be very careful, does Raven Ennis. She already has one personal. Yep. She has one of our 2. Emma Hughes has the other.
Overmole will toss it in for the Lady Gators, but first get a substitution into the game as Lovell will check back in for Greenwood.
They interchange that 5th. They don't rotate their other 4 very much.
Here's a lob coming out to Jackson. And Jackson got a screen there. They had to switch off on her. It comes off to Trin. Trin driving down the lane. Shot blocked in there by Murphy, but it's going to be put up and in by Grant.
She's got almost all of their points.
She has 8 of 11. Ennis driving strong. In the corner goes to London. Out it comes to Elmore. Oh, pass over the head of Murphy and out of bounds.
We're trying to rotate it quickly, but there's something to be said about looking and stepping where you need to throw it.
5:57 to play here in the first half. Abby Varney coming back into the Trojanet lineup for Katie Elmore.
Trojanetts had 4 turnovers in the first quarter, shot the ball 4 of 14 for 28%, held Greenwood to 4 of 13 for 30.
And Trent gives it to Jackson, long range right. Jackson directing traffic out there. Trying to get the play set up. Comes to Milam. They swing it left side to Tren. And now Tren goes back out top to level. Over the right side, it goes to Milam. She wanted to shoot the three. Tren will fire down the corner, and it's no good. Rebound to Grant. Grant gives it back to Jackson. Jackson driving, going to the bucket. No good. Tapped around. It's taken by Ennis. Trojanetts have it going the other way. Ennis down the right side. Wants to drive against Milam. Going under. Puts up the shot and in.
Good move. Had Milam sliding all the way to the baseline, up and under. Got her to get up in the air and get around her.
16-11. Trojanetts. 5:10 to go here in the first half. Tren with the basketball. Long distance three. Good.
She hasn't got anything going whatsoever, and she just decided to pick and pop one there. 36% shooter.
And underneath, here's Hughes putting it up and in. Got over the defense and got the easy two.
Yeah, great find by Murphy for another Phillips IGA basketball assist.
And we'll give her a Bank of Edmonson County bank shot as it went off the window. Here's Jackson. She walked, and we'll get a foul.
That's the right call, and she was in perfect defensive position until she brought her arm down at the very last second. Now we have to go to the bench and bring somebody in to defend. And what happened was we moved Raven over to Grant to get her away from Jacqueline. They did a nice little screening action, and we had to switch off.
And so Katie Geralds will check in for Raven Ennis, who just picked up her second foul. Katie Geralds, a 5'7" 8th grader. As Ennis will have to set out for a while. 4:45 to go here in the first half. Here's Jackson's free throw. Good.
Big ask, big minutes for some of these 8th graders. We saw Elmore, now we see Geralds.
18-16. Trojanetts lead is 2. Murphy on the right side gives it to Hughes. Out it comes to Geralds. Now Geralds on the dribble. Ooh, and going to be a foul on Milam, and that'll be 2 on Milam.
They'll get her out.
As she bumped into Katie Murphy.
You say, well, she doesn't average a whole lot, and I agree with you. She shoots the three well, but she's their best defender, so they're down a defender. Now we attack.
Right side it goes to London. As London's looking, over across it goes to Murphy. Murphy trying to penetrate, can't go. Now London fires up a long three, short. Rebound to Grant for Greenwood. Off to Tren. 4:20 to go in the first half. Tren, crossover move, goes to the basket, put up, blocked by Murphy and out of bounds.
Murphy's size doesn't come into play a whole lot. She's 5'6", but Tren at 5'5", that may be, there's a little disparity there on the sheets, but she's using her bigger frame.
Ball comes out to Tren, long range left against Katie Murphy, getting the screen from Grant. Going to fire up a three-point shot, and it's off the mark to the right. Chased down in the corner, though. Greenwood keeps it alive. Comes back out to Jackson. Jackson fires it off the left side, trying to get around London, and she stepped on the baseline.
Greenwood's probably going to be out rebounding us by 5, 6, 7 at halftime, and Grant's going to more than likely have double-digit rebounds.
As Katie Murphy will walk it across the midcourt stripe. 3:50 to go in the first half, 18-16. Murphy gives it off to Varney. Varney had it smacked away. Hughes had to chase it down against Grant. And now Hughes on the dribble. Gets rid of it to Murphy. Murphy circles around to the right side, gives to London, kicks it back out to Geralds. Geralds goes to the right side with a bounce pass. Off to Murphy, trying to penetrate in the lane, gives it to Varney. 15-foot shot, pops out. Got her on rebound, goes back up, it's blocked, and taken by Greenwood.
Clean block.
Here's Jacqueline Jackson with it for the Lady Gators, trying to drive against Hughes, and ball skips away. Varney's got it for the Trojanetts. Varney driving all the way to the bucket, whistle. What do we got? A foul out of the floor.
Go on Tren, I think.
That'll be her first, Greenwood's fourth of the first half. And Coach Piper Lindsay wants a timeout with 3:13 to play here in the first half. It is Barren County 18, Greenwood 16, as we take a Southern Lanes Bowling Alley timeout. Bowling Green's Fun Center awaits. Enjoy laser tag, bumper cars, arcade, bar, snack bar, billiards, and, of course, bowling. Great place for parties. Ask about the $99 birthday special at Southern Lanes.
This is a rest timeout for the Trojanetts. You saw Greenwood get one early in the first quarter. This is one we need here in the second, as we'll have the ball after the Tren foul. Up to 3 minutes to go in the half. She understands, Piper does, that we need a 3-minute surge. And in order to do that, we might need to catch our wind a little bit. They've got their best defender on the bench. We've got our best offensive player on the bench with foul trouble. So both teams down one starter for sure, based on foul trouble.
The second quarter is brought to you by Regina Webb Academy. Looking for a second chance at a career? Never too late to become a cosmetologist. Financial aid available if you qualify. Visit Regina Webb Academy for more information. Raven Ennis on the bench with 2 fouls. Barren County's committed 3 fouls this first half. Greenwood with 4, and 2 of those on Nicole Milam.
Love to get to the free throw line a little bit. Neither team getting there a lot, but we're taking the ball to the hoop. They're actually just blocking our shots, and they're clean blocks. There's no argument about fouls. It's just they're a little taller and going over top of us.
Yeah. Jacqueline Jackson, the only Lady Gator that's shot free throws in this basketball game. It comes into Hughes with a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. They got knocked loose, and Grant comes up with it for Greenwood.
Couldn't grab it. Perfect. That's a shot you want her taking.
18-16. Jackson's got it. Top of the key. Going to fire it up for 3, and it's no good. Ball tapped out by London. Grabbed by Gerald's. Excuse me. Here's a pass that's going to go off the hand of Varney and out of bounds.
Tough catch. Couldn't make it. There's actually a little more traffic than we would have liked to thrown that pass.
And we're down to 2:50 to play here in the first half. 18-16. Barren County. Low-scoring basketball game here in this first semifinals matchup of the 4th region tournament. Lady Gators with Jacqueline Jackson out front with it. Jackson hasn't put down the dribble, now does. Got Emma Hughes defending her. Left side it goes to Grant, halfway to the corner, floats it back down to Jackson. Jackson posted up, spin move, throws it up in the lane, short, and the ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a foul on somebody.
Give it on Lovell.
That'll be 2 on Lovell and 5 on Greenwood here in the first half.
I think we're just missing some opportunities right now. We've got to put some points on the board. It feels like it's been 18-16 forever. Greenwood in a drought. We can't go on a drought at the same time they are.
And Murphy sends it over to Gerald's. Gerald's on the couple of dribbles, gives to Varney. Varney trying to penetrate against Trent, gives it back out to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive to the bucket, had it blocked, but a foul.
I'd love to see Katie do that more. She had 16. She was our leading scorer in that previous matchup. When she turns that corner, there should be no looking back. If they pick her up, she's good enough to have the eyes to give it up.
Foul is on Rachel Evans of Greenwood. That's her first and the team's 6th. Murphy, 66% foul shooter, puts it up. It's good. First point of the game for the 5'6" freshman. Barren County leads it 19-16. As they brought Overmole back in the ball game for the Lady Gators. Murphy puts this one up, and it's in there. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Trojanetts, 20-16, with 2:08 to play here in the second quarter. It's Greenwood's basketball as it comes into Trent. Trent will bring it across the line. As Trent gives it off to Jackson. Jackson out front of the right side. Goes in the corner to Overmole on the right side. Back out it comes to Trent. Trent out top. Yeah, it should have been a walk. Here's a shot. Oh, a collision underneath. Shot put up no good for Grant. She puts it back up and in and draws a foul.
We tried to take a charge, but we actually end up running into each other and kind of undercutting ourselves to keep us from doing that. They picked up a loose ball and another offensive rebound and put back for Grant.
Who did put the foul on? I didn't see.
I'll be honest with you, I looked down.
And Grant hits the free throw. An old-fashioned three-point play. She's got 11 points. She averages 9.5 per game. 20-19, Trojanetts. Minute 36 to play in the first half. Gerald's bounce pass left over to Varney. Out top to Katie Elmore, who's back in the game. They give it to Gerald's. Gerald's dribbles down and now looks for help. Throws it back out to Murphy. Murphy bounce pass right corner. Elmore going up the baseline, goes up with a shot, puts it in. It'll count and a foul.
Good take. I mean, our offense needs to be pull it out and take advantage of some matchups, right? You know, they're covering us up from the top. We get it swung around, ball fake, take a step, and they've got to rotate defensively. It looks easy. Sitting back here, though.
Yeah. Emma Hughes back in the Trojan lineup for Katie Geralds. And Katie Elmore at the line. Chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play. Puts it up in the air, and it is going to come off. Rebound to Grant. 22-19, Barren County, a minute 16 to go in the first half. Jackson wants to drive, goes for the shot. It's going to come off the rim, but a foul on Barren County. Who are they going to put it on, Hughes? Nope, going to put it on Varney. That's her second team foul, or second personal foul, and 5 of the Trojanetts. Free throw by Jackson is good. She missed her first one. She's come back to hit 4 in a row. And so Varney has to go sit down to join Raven Ennis on the bench with 2 fouls. Jackson puts this one up. It's also good. 22-21. Barren County, 1:09 to go before halftime.
They've gone 2-3 zone now because they saw the same thing I did with the penetration.
Elmore out top to Hughes. Right side it goes to Murphy. Flips it down to the baseline. Gerald's threw it right in the hands of the Greenwood player. Trent driving to the bucket. Puts it up. No. Rebound to Hughes. Gives it back to Murphy. Murphy driving left. Throws it off in the corner. Fake. And Elmore back out to London. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound to Greenwood with 38 seconds to play in the half. Jackson went into the front court. A 1-point ball game here with Barren County leading it 22-21. And now Greenwood will hold it for one shot with 25 seconds to play as Jacqueline Jackson dribbles it out front here. Down to 18 seconds left. Jackson still dribbling out front. 14 seconds to play.
We'll get a screen here from Grant probably. We got to step up.
And here's Jackson making her move on Hughes. Goes left side with it. Almost lost it. Gives it in the corner for a 3-point shot that's no good. Rebound batted out. And it's going to be too late to get a shot off for Trin as she hit it a second late. And that'll do it for the first half with a score. Barren County 22 and Greenwood 21. And let's go to Brian Webb with Coach Piper Lindsay.
What do I say? Hey, we just got to make sure we do a better job of blocking out this next half and keep attacking them. We're getting our shots blocked a little bit. Shot fake at the rim, I think, would help. But again, I love our energy. I love our effort. We're doing a very good job defensively. Just got to finish with blockouts.
Thanks, Coach. I tell you what, even in my football days in high school when I was in my best shape of my life, I still didn't have the bis and triceps that Piper Lindsay has to the day right now. Peanut butter cup is the frozen custard flavor of the day, Jay. Now, you said yours was Oreo. Right. Peanut butter is my favorite. Okay. So they must have done that for you and I believe, right there.
They were listening, weren't they? Yeah.
Scottsville Road. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. We'll be back with Coach Zach when we get a chance.
All right, sounds good. We're at halftime, 22-21. Trojanetts over the Lady Gators. Our first half brought to you in part tonight by Bearded Eagle Barbershop. Life is better with a cold one and a fresh haircut. Visit the Bearded Eagle Gentlemen's Barber Club at 6115 Scottsville Road. See Chad and you'll be glad you did. We'll be back with a halftime report brought to you by Farm Bureau Barren County. In a moment, this is the Don Franklin Glasgow 4th Region Basketball Tournament presented by Sky CTC on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Great job. Culver's Butter Burgers, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Welcome to Delicious.